Hey, how you going? I just thought I would show you this little time lapse of a New York City street scene I did a couple of days ago. Now, I'm just starting with a nice misty sort of grey wash, tiny bit of warmth around the horizon line, and I'm just cutting around little things like these little what do you call them, pedestrian crossings, all that kind of stuff. But I'm sort of keeping it real loose and real light, really light for this first wash. And we go in and do some drying, good old hair dryer time. It's all fun and games for the old hair dryer. Um, I'm just waiting for that to dry off. Now, I'm just sort of starting here, just getting some of the distant parts of the bridge going. So I've made sure I've drawn it up well enough so that it reads properly. I'm not, making it architecturally spot on or anything like that. I just want everything to be nice and loose, and getting a fair bit of water in there as well, just so I get some nice soft edges in that distance. And if you look here, I've got a pointier brush, I've got some stronger pigment, a little bit thicker, and just starting to indicate these things here. Just indicate. Don't worry about making things too perfect. Forget perfection. You'll never get there, and you shouldn't want to either. It's a piece of art, it's a work, and the photograph or your reference already exists. If you love it that much as it is, go take a photo. But being facetious there, of course, but realistically, we want to get a nice feel and a nice atmosphere, and that's what we're after. That's the main reason we paint, is a response and a reaction to our subject matter. And this is just one of those gloomy scenes. It just sort of works nice as a gloomy scene. We've got a lot of soft edges, a lot of wet in wet going in. You can see a lot of paint mixing on the paper, and it's all really nice. It's working, giving us the illusion of activity and a heightened sense of controlled busyness, I suppose. Just get the old hairdryer out. It's always important to dry off and reconfigure everything in your mind. Now I want to get a nice shadow on this chimney stack here. So I've gone nice and light on the right hand side and getting a shadow going. I'm just working in wet while everything there is still wet. I can work it and add paint and subtract paint until I'm happy with the consistency and happy with how it looks. Don't ever try and fill things in too much. Just work at it, and as soon as you've made your mark and it speaks to you, then it's all over. That's in a good way. So, and move on, basically. You just make your mark, move on, and away you go. Now, I'm putting all these little tonal values here. I want this to be a nice tonal piece with some coloured accents toward the end, I know you can't really see what I'm mixing in my palette. It's going too quick with the old time lapse, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. Don't focus too much on your palette. Just focus on warm and cool, and have a bit of a direction as you go through. These figures, always sort of join them up. When you're painting figures, join the figures themselves up, but also connect your figures into the surrounds as well. If you look at that one on the left-hand side or the far left, that's connected to the background, to the sort of underneath that awning or whatever it is there. It's all connected. It's not just standing out on its own. Same with the bike rider. If you have a look there with the bike across the crossing, the bike rider's head is connected to the chimney stack beside it, or above it. Sorry. And we're just looking around. We're going through, and I don't know what happened there on the footage. I think it must have, when I was filming it might have had a bit of a glitch. That's okay. Didn't miss anything. Just cooling down this road surface just to differentiate them a little bit, differentiate it a little bit from the footpath and from the footpath and the rest. I just wanted to make it a little bit of a different tone. And I'm getting into what I call the dark highlights. As stupid as that sounds, the dark highlights. They're just little bits of sort of dry brush, thicker paint, darker stuff, that just needs, accents and all that kind of stuff. And sort of working your way through it. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to get bogged down in it and all of that. But we want nice fluid strokes where we can, and away we go. It's all works in progress. We don't. As we painting, we are constantly looking for the little parts of the painting that are speaking to us as we do it. Not literally like some weirdo Ouija board believer, but just let it sort of capture your own artistic vision and let it talk to that. Let your own artistic vision be a bit of a guide, as wanky as that sounds. After all, we're creating a piece of art. We're not just replicating a picture or duplicating a picture. We're definitely trying to create a nice piece of art. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration, this little time lapse, and I hope you got some valuable little tidbits. If you've got any questions, just email me at thewhitearts@gmail.com. Also, check out brushworks.net, and that's my subscription website, and I hope to see you there as well. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.